Okay, welcome back, class. We have gone through our invertebrates. We have gone through most of our vertebrates. We have gotten through talking about our mammals, and we have just one clade within the mammals left to talk about, and that is the primates. The primates includes the lemurs, so here's lemurs, lorises, and bush babies. It includes the tarsiers, and it includes the anthropoids. The anthropoids would be all of this group here. New World monkeys, New World would refer to what's in South America. Old World monkeys would be the monkeys that are found in like Africa and Asia. Gibbons, orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, bonobos, Australopithecus, and then humans and other Homo species. So we are considered anthropoids. We are hominids, hominins. We are primates. We are mammals. All of these groups, we are vertebrates. So we belong to all of these groups. We are related to other animals. The derived characters we see within primates, one would be hands and feet that are adapted for grasping. This is important that as primates, these characters we see in primates are things that were adaptations to living in the trees, to be able to swing through the trees, to climb the trees. So these hands and feet that are adapted for grasping allowed us to be able to grab branches and move through trees and sit in trees and stay within the trees. Flat nails instead of claws, which also helped us be able to hold on to those branches. Large brains and short jaws. Forward-looking eyes, and they're close together on our face. That gave us a lot of depth perception. So as we're swinging through the branches, we don't suddenly hit a tree or we don't fall off. We're able to swing and move through those trees a little bit better because we have that depth perception. We're able to tell what's far away and what's close to us. And fully opposable thumbs in the monkeys and the apes. All of these are considered apes, the gibbons down to humans. We're all part of the apes. So that fully opposable thumb means you can take your fingers, any of your fingers, and the fingertip can touch the tip of your thumb. Like your fingerprint can touch your thumbprint. Your fingers can't touch print to print, but your thumb can touch each. That's what it means to have an opposable thumb. So you should be able to tell me what are those 5 derived traits. Pause for a moment, write down the ones you can remember, then go back and check yourself, write down the ones you had forgotten or hadn't yet memorized. Make sure that you're able to understand and recall those derived traits of primates. Okay, so let's talk about our monkeys. Let's get through our anthropoids. Monkeys arose in the Old World, that's Africa and Asia. So that would be like this macaque here. New World monkeys first colonized South America about 25 million years ago. So that would be like this spider monkey. And so monkeys in South America and monkeys in Africa weren't able to travel back and forth. They weren't able to mate with each other. So they had 2 very separate lineages that they created. So they had adaptive radiations. That means that they weren't interbreeding. They were physically, geographically isolated from each other and had those millions of years that they evolved separately. They weren't co-mingling with each other. They were evolving separately from each other. Apes diverged from the Old World monkeys about 25 to 30 million years ago. And the apes include the gibbons, which is this animal here, and also 4 genera of great apes. So these are all apes. Pongo is a genus that includes orangutans. Gorilla is a genus that includes gorillas. Pan is a genus that includes chimpanzees and bonobos. And Homo is a genus that includes humans. Humans are the only extant species within Homo, although there are other species that are now extinct. One thing we see amongst the gorillas, chimps, and humans is we have a lot of social organization. We don't live by ourselves. We form societies. We talk to other people. We socialize with other people. And we see the same thing with gorillas and chimps, that social organization is very important to them. Non-human apes, that means all of these, non-human apes only live in Africa and Southeast Asia in tropical rainforests. So you are not going to find one of these walking through the woods in Northeast Tennessee. These are going to be only in Africa and Southeast Asia in tropical rainforests. That means they have a much smaller geographic range than monkeys. You don't see these in the South American rainforest. We see them only in Africa and Southeast Asia. Gibbons are monogamous. That means they mate with each other. They don't have multiple pairs, multiple partners. They have one partner that they stay with. And they are fully arboreal. Is that a word that we're comfortable with? Arboreal means that they stay in the trees. Here's a video of a gibbon brachiating. That word brachiating refers to swinging through the trees. Remember, these are arboreal, so they are going to live their life in the trees.
The long arms of the Asian ape called the gibbon make it among the most acrobatic of all primates. As you can see in this clip, these apes swing or brachiate through the trees quite gracefully and efficiently. Gibbons are the only monogamous apes. These gibbons were filmed in the rainforest in Danam Valley, Malaysia. Credit National Geographic.
Okay, then the orangutans. These are shy creatures, and one outlier amongst them is they are solitary. They are found both in the rainforest trees and in the forest floor. Gorillas are the largest of the apes. They are fully terrestrial. That means on the ground. Chimpanzees and bonobos are more closely related to us. They're able to do things like make and use tools. I think it's interesting. We share 99% of our genes with chimpanzees. So that 1% of our DNA is what makes the difference between being a chimpanzee and being you. They diverged from a common ancestor 5 to 7 million years ago. And then bonobos are also called pygmy chimps, are in the same genus as chimpanzees. Here's chimp agonistic behavior. Remember that word agonistic? We just talked about that with our wolf video in the last clip. Here's a chimp cracking a nut. Remember, these can use tools. Oops.
The long arms of the Asian ape called the gibbon make it among the most acrobatic of all primates.
Okay, never mind. We won't watch a chimp cracking a nut. Okay, so we are going to come back and talk about hominins and how hominins evolved in our next video. You get to enjoy these funny pictures of me and my family as different species. All right, I'll see you in our next video. Bye.